traders, Raghee here, and in this update for Tuesday, we're going to revisit the conversation that we had yesterday, Monday, and talk about this turnaround Tuesday setup that I outlined in the video. Now, one of the things that we talked about is to have the turnaround Tuesday, I would like to have seen a minor low. This candle that we have here is almost the same size as Monday. A minor low for me is ideally less than 1/2, ideally about 1/3 of the range that preceded it. So it's a squat bodied candle, smaller range. This already became a large range, and one of the levels that we had talked about wanting to see hold was this volume ledge and the VWAP, and you'll notice none of that happened. That didn't hold, and consequently we can see all the stops that were run. But if there is anything that disrupted this turnaround Tuesday, and remember, these are tendencies, they're not setups, and I hope I definitely emphasize that. I hope, and if not, let me do it now. Remember, tendencies, seasonals, these are not setups, right? These are not trades. They're things we can look for to see if price actually is tracking with that. So I think the big telltale that this was not going to be a turnaround Tuesday happened right around 16,400. All right, you'll see we briefly broke up through that. Now, right around 398, I believe, we met up with the close from the previous session. All right. Now, to be in a situation where we're looking at the Tuesday session as being up, we're going to look at the way in which Monday ended, and to not find buyers who are willing to accelerate through 400, which is a psychological level, and through that previous session close, we'll just call that the PC, the previous close, with no buyers there, what happened? It's vulnerable for exhaustion, and that's exactly what happened. And you can see that right about the time that if this turnaround Tuesday was going to gain some traction, that would have been where it was going to happen. And I'll tell you this, whether it's turnaround Tuesday or whether it's wacky Wednesday or whatever, Thursday, I guess we can nickname all the days. But if we're going to see that kind of follow through, this is any day of the week. Where are we in respect to the previous session's open, high, low, close? You'll definitely be using an edge that a lot of day traders don't look at, which is where were those daily time frame levels. And when we exhaust or accelerate through those levels, it's a whole lot easier to see that there were orders waiting in that area. In the meanwhile, I think the really cool thing about where we sit on the NAS right now is, well, for a lot of traders, including myself, one of the first levels we'll consider, and we've got a volume ledge once again, is the 21 exponential. We talked about that one yesterday. We're getting closer to the wave. This is not a bearish environment. This is still an environment where 8 is over 13, 13 is over 21, and 21 is over the 34 exponential moving average. This is not when we start trying to pick a top, okay? We can say that aggressive levels of a retracement didn't hold, and now we're inching closer to the more conservative zone compared to looking at maybe an 8 exponential moving average and how much lower the 21 is, and therefore, relatively speaking, it's more conservative. I'll be looking for that tomorrow, but remember, we have GDP tomorrow, we have FOMC tomorrow, and then we go into the holiday with a half trading day on Friday. So buckle your seatbelts, but I like this pullback by Jerome Powell. Kept his job. The printing press is going to keep going. Taper is going to happen, but we know this. It's incremental. So let's keep an eye on the ZN. I'll talk more about that. The bond relationship, the ZN 10-year to the futures contract, slightly low on bonds, which means slightly higher on the yields. So yeah, definitely the NASDAQ was under some pressure, but as we climb higher, take a look. Resistance. As we get into this area, this TNX in terms of the yield is looking pretty toppy. We'll see if this is where the NASDAQ starts to gain an edge. If we chop around, or even better, start moving down in the yields later this week or next. I'll see you in the next update. Hey traders, Raghee from Simpler Trading. Thank you so much for watching this video. Be sure to leave a like and a comment below. And remember, subscribe and click the bell icon so you'll get notified of the next update. And when you're ready to join me for live trading, be sure to head on over to simplertrading.com. I'll see you in the next update.